It is the year 2200. Over the past 2 centuries, man has continuously developed industry and exploited nature's resources, ignoring warnings of its detrimental impact towards the environment. As industry reached its peak in 2150, global temperatures reached a tipping point, triggering a chain reaction of melting ice caps that led to the Great Flood. As a result of this devastating event, cities across the globe were engulfed, with most of humanity wiped out. Nearly all life on land became extinct in just a matter of days. A group of climate refugees, displaced by the Great Flood, discovered an island yet untouched by humanity. This island, made up of a cluster of prehistoric rocks, offered them the ideal resources to rebuild. As the refugees began anew on this island, they had realized what nature has provided for them, and how they had taken it for granted all these years. They embark on a 1,000-year project titled the Regenesis program, with the goals of reclaiming the land and restoring its ecosystems. To unite future generations towards the goals outlined in the Regenesis program, a museum is established, to enable users to learn about the delicate interdependence between man and nature, and explain how the program will help to restore this relationship to its previously balanced and harmonious state. Welcome to the Regenesis Museum. Here you will learn about the history of humanity, have an overview of the Regenesis program, and the possible future you will create for the generations to come. Please proceed to your right, to view and experience the museum exhibits. Intensified industrial production and deforestation of the 21st and early 22nd century were some of the many unsustainable practices which harmed our planet. Millions of tons of greenhouse gases were released into the atmosphere, causing the global temperatures to soar. When such activities had reached its peak, the polar ice caps melted, triggering the Great Flood of 2150. From this catastrophic disaster, we lost all of our cities, and almost all land species on Earth became extinct. The island's rich resources have given our people a second chance to rebuild. The Great Flood has taught us a painful lesson of how we have taken what nature has provided us for granted. In turn, we shall dedicate the resources of this island to reclaim the land and rehabilitate our ecosystems. In this exhibition, we will learn about the island's resources and their roles in helping us reclaim land and rehabilitate its ecosystems. Embedded within the island rocks are rich deposits of metals such as iron and aluminium, and precious minerals which are essential ingredients for fertile land. Fresh water from the natural springs scattered around the island also play a vital role in sustaining life for all living organisms. The mineral-rich water is pumped from the springs, and is distributed across the island for our various activities, as well as for cultivating the land. A chemical reaction binds these resources together to form a fertile rock which we call reclamium. And this process is applied to engineer the modules, which will be used in the land reclamation stage. A variety of plant species that we have recovered and preserved are now being cultivated in reclamium soil, and will be replanted on site, as part of the rehabilitation stage. The landscapes you will help to create for future generations will depend on your unitedness and commitment to the Regenesis program. What you see here is a preview of one of the potential outcomes that can be achieved. Stand inside the green ring to begin the virtual immersion experience. If all of us work together towards this 1,000-year project, humanity and nature will ultimately reconcile and flourish. Life will slowly but surely return and thrive to what it once was, and our environment will be much healthier and more pleasant for all to live in. However, if we were to fail in achieving the goals of this program, the world would be a very different place. Without the conditions needed to sustain life, Earth will be nothing but a desolate wasteland. What legacy do we want to leave for our future generations? Will we honor nature and restore the ecosystems that bring life to the world, or continue down our path of destruction and consumption, leaving nothing for ourselves or the living things around us? As the last of humanity, the fate of the world now rests in our hands. We must remain united and stay true to the Regenesis program if our goal of re-establishing balance to nature is to be achieved.